Okay, good morning. Okay, in this class, I'm going to discuss the second problem of a transformer. Just read the problem, draw the sectional elevation and sectional plan and end view of 5 kVA core type single phase transformer for the given data. Here it is a circumscribing circle they are given. Circumscribing circle is 80 mm. Width of the core they are given 55 mm. Height of the yoke they are given 65 mm. And then LV winding, internal diameter of LV winding they are given 83 mm, and external diameter of LV winding 98 mm, and HV internal diameter is 114 mm, and HV external diameter is 135 mm. And here they are given overall width of the magnetic frame 215 mm, and overall height of the magnetic frame they are given 330 mm, and then center to center distance between the limbs they are given 160 mm. So if we come to the solution, see in this problem they are not given the steps of the core. Okay, in this problem they are not given the steps of the core, whether it may be square core, two-step or cruciform, or three-step or four-step core, they are not given. But instead of directly giving the core steps, they are given, they are indirectly given, they are given width of the core. Directly they are given width of the core. Normally in some problem they will just use circumscribing circle, but based on the steps of the core we are going to calculate the width of first step and second step and third step. The width of the first step will be the width of the core. Okay, normally width of the first step is width of the core, but in this problem they are just given width of the core, that is nothing but you should assume it is a square core, because only one width they are given, they are not given any steps, so they are directly given width of the core, so you should take width of the core is 55 mm. Here we are not using any formula to calculate the steps width, like square width it is 0.71 mm. For two step, first one is 0.85, second one is 0.93, like that. Some explanation I already given in the previous problem. Here directly given the width is 55 mm, and overall width of the magnetic frame 215 mm. It is nothing but width of the transformer. Okay, this is the total width of the transformer. What are the width we are going to observe? That's the magnetic frame width. They are given W, and then overall height of the magnetic frame is nothing but total height of the transformer. Okay, overall height of the magnetic frame is nothing but total height of the transformer. It is 350 mm. Among this 350 mm, they are given height of the yoke 65 mm. How many yokes will be there? Normally two yokes at the bottom side and top side. We are going to observe two yokes. So among this 350 mm, 65 plus 65 will be the height of the yoke. In the middle, we are going to get height of the window, and then center to center distance between the limbs they are given 160 mm. So you should, by observing the data, you should clearly understand what are the things they are given. Based on those things, we are going to draw the diagram. Okay, we are going to draw the diagrams now. Here it should be now cutoff classic. Here everything will be in terms of mm, so it is better to select the dimension units in terms of mm. Okay, already selected millimeter. Okay, just observe the data. For your understanding purpose, I have just typed that question in this AutoCAD window itself. It will be there, and I will share after the complete diagram. I will share this diagram file also with you people. Okay, next, just first we should draw the circumscribing circle first. For the circumscribing circle, the diameter they are given 80 mm. Here you should take the radius. The 80 mm is the diameter, so you should take the radius. Radius is how much? 40 mm. Half of the diameter is the radius. Half of the diameter is the radius. So I'm taking 40 mm radius there. Enter. So the size will be huge. So we can zoom out that. There we can. Okay, first you should draw the circumscribing circle of diameter 80 mm. So here I took the radius 40 mm, so I draw that one. And next you should draw the first step. See, you should draw the core step in the circumscribing circle. See, what are the width of the core they are given? 55 mm will be the width of the core they are given. We are going to draw that core in the circumscribed circle. So 55, half of the 55 is 22.5 mm. So I'm taking the line, and at the center I'm going to draw that ortho. Okay, I'm going to draw the line of width 22.5. Enter. Cross that line. Escape. Take one line. Cross the line. Escape. And then also take the line at the center. Cross the line. Escape. And then take the line and cross that line that has to cross the circle, that has to cut the circle, because in order to get that square core 55 mm core width. Okay, it's not a square core, exactly, it is not a square core. We are going to get a rectangular core here. Escape. For that reason only they are given only the width of the core in the problem. Just see, it is exactly intersecting enter. Now we can trim that core, trim that excess lines, select trim and select the lines, and right click by your mouse and just click on the lines where, which are the lines we need to delete. You just click there, it will trim. Okay, escape. Now we can that one, do that one. Okay, now we are written the first core. Only one core is there according to this problem. They are given width of the core 50 mm. If you want, we can check directly. Go to the dimension, take linear, take these points and extend that one and see. We can see that width, it is, sorry, 45. It has taken 45. I think 55 off is 27.5. If I did the mistake, I'm going to draw the lines once again. Here they are given width of the core is 55 mm. They are given half of the 55 is 27.5. So take the line, draw the lines 27.5. Enter. Okay, somewhat there we are going to get first of all. Take the line. Enter. Enter. Now take trim option, select the line, right click, and click on the lines. Which are the lines we need to remove? You just click on there, those lines will trim. Okay, it is not trimming, so once again select trim, select the lines and circle, right click, click there, it will trim. Escape. Okay, here also it's not trimmed. Right click and trim that line. Escape. See, it is exactly square core we are going to get 55 mm. The core part is finished. If you want to see the dimension, just go to the dimension and check. Okay, it is exactly comes. You see, 55 mm will be the width of the core. Here we are going to get. Okay, next part is used to draw the remaining things. First, you should draw the internal diameter of LV winding. That is diameter is 83. Half of 83 is 41.5. Okay, half of 83. Internal diameter of the LV winding is 83 mm. They are given. You should take the radius, not the diameter, while drawing the circle. Half of 83 mm is what? 41.5 mm. So the circle, draw the circle with a radius of 41.5. It will give the diameter of 83 mm. Okay, let's see. And next, Similarly, draw external diameter of LV winding, that is 98 mm. They are given. Half of 98 is how much? Half of 98 mm is 54 mm. Okay, half of 98 mm is 54, or how much? Sorry, 49 mm. So diameter is 98 mm. So the radius is 49 mm. So once again, take the circle. Okay, draw the radius of 49 mm. Okay, the LV winding is also finished. And similarly, draw internal diameter of HV winding. That internal diameter they are given 114 mm. Half of 114 is 57 mm. So take the circle and draw a circle of radius 57 mm. 57. Click there and enter. Okay, and then the outer diameter of HU winding they are given how much? 135 mm. That's the diameter. So the radius is 135 divided by 2. So that is 67.5 mm. Now the circle and 67.5 mm. First, in core type transformer, it is your duty to first draw the plan and then front elevation and then end elevation. In this problem, we need to draw all the three: front elevation, plan, and end elevation. So it completes the HV winding. Okay, sorry, it completes the winding of a single core. Okay, here it's a single phase transformer. Here we are going to get two cores. After drawing this after completing the one core, I am going to draw it for another core. Just copy and paste. Now we should hatch LV winding and HV winding. Select hatch. Here select the component, add components. It's the inner layer, inner diameter of LV winding. This one is the outer diameter of the LV winding. Right click. Okay, enter. Here we can select an hatch option. Okay, and click on OK. So if you want, we can increase that size also. Here it is 1 mm is there. So I am changing this one to 5 mm. Let's see. Here we are going to get observe the hatches like this, and similarly for LV winding. Otherwise, we can further increase that hatch. Instead of 5, we can take 10. Enter. Okay, next escape. Next, select the hatch for HV winding also. Just select object, go to the inner layer of LV winding, HV winding, and outer layer of HV winding. Right click, enter, and now select the hatches. Okay, we just differentiate single LV winding and HV winding hatches. So I'm selecting other hatch option. Okay, and okay. Now the size will be huge. So double click on there. Double click on that hatch. Okay, double click there. Here we are going to get dimension. I'm just increasing the dimension into 10. Okay, escape. Okay, now the single core winding part is complete. Now we need to do it for another core. Here in this problem, they are given center to center distance between the limbs. They are given 160 mm. So from the center line, you should draw the line of a distance of 160 mm. Okay, now escape. Now this is the point. To this point, we need to fix this core once again. So just copy. Okay, just copy the core and just go for copy option. Set the point and move that point to that end of that 160 mm line. Okay, click there, enter. Okay, it is copied. Just very simple. If you know how to draw the winding and then just doing the copy and paste option, within a minute we can finish it for another core also. Just see the another core also we are done. And next we should finish that core, and this core is joined. Enter, and this one is joined. Okay, escape. Escape. Just go for line. Select the exact point there. and now extend that one, enter, escape. Now we can remove this line also. Otherwise, if you want to show the dimension, we can show the dimension also. Just go to the dimension, diameter, dimension, sorry, linear, and select that one, enter. Okay, this will be the distance between two circumscribing circle. Okay, one or two, we can type it as 2, enter. Okay, this is the distance between two circumscribing circle. Okay, it's completes the plan. Okay, it's completes the plan of single phase transformer. Okay, it's completes the plan of single phase transformer. Now we need to do it for next we need to proceed with for elevation. For the elevation, what we need to do, some dimensions they are given, that is what overall width of the magnetic frame they are given 215 mm, and overall height of the magnetic frame they are given 350 mm. Here we should take this 350 mm, that is in order to write the core we need to draw that 350 mm line. For that, before that you should draw one line. Okay, I am drawing one line here because that will be the reference line. Now I am going to project the line. Okay, now I am going to project that line from the core. Okay, from here I am just drawing a line. It is showing that different height, but here we need to take the height. How much height they are given in the problem? We should see that height they are given in the problem is 350 mm. From this reference line you should draw the line of 350 mm. So I'm just cutting the line, enter, escape, just see, escape. Now once again I'm taking the line starting from that center point, I'm projecting that one exactly to 350 mm. Okay, this will be the overall height of the transformer. Let's see, 350 mm. This is the reference. Next, once again I am going to project the line starting from here. I'm just cutting that line once again. Okay, later on I am going to delete that line, enter. And next from here, from this code, just project and enter. And from this point, project the line and enter, escape. Next, this is the exactly 350 mm reference I took. So I'm just cutting the edge there, 350 mm. Now, escape. Now we can trim that one. Select, right click, trim the lines. Next, what to do? Once again, go for trim. Select the component, right click and trim. Next question is what to do. Here they are given height of the yoke. Okay, here they are given height of the yoke is 65 mm. That means top side and bottom side we are going to get the yoke. What is the height of the yoke they are given? 65 mm. So I am once again taking the line below. This will be 65 mm. I am typing and enter. Okay, this square somewhere I am going to get here, and then I am projecting that line here, enter. So this will be the height of the yoke. And similarly, you should take from here also 65 mm. Okay, enter. Okay, somewhere I am going to get there. So click there and enter. Okay, this will be the height of the yoke. They are given overall height of the transformer, and they are given overall height of the yoke. Here we are going to get two yoke, 65 mm and 65 mm each. And after drawing that yoke, we are going to get the height of the core. This will be the what the distance between this point we are going to get. This will be the height of the core we are going to get. Next, what to do? Select trim option, just trim unwanted lines. Select the components, right click and just trim unwanted lines. Here I don't need this line. This line also I don't need. This one is also I don't need. This one and this one is also I don't need, and this one is also I don't need, and this one and this one. Now let's see. Here we are going to get the core. Okay. Now what we need to do? Now we need to draw the windings. Okay, now we need to draw the windings. We are just going to project the windings in the front elevation. How? That will be the question. Now, for that, just extend the lines here, enter, escape. Now let's see. Now I'm just going to project the circumscribing circle. Okay, let's see. Before that, you should draw the lines from here and here, escape, because this will be the height of the core. In the height of the core, we are going to draw the winding. Next, I'm going to project the first. I'm going to project the circumscribing circle. I'm just we can write any values. Then we can trim that one. I'm just entering 500. Okay, that has to cross that line. Okay, the circumscribing circle I just projected, and later on take line once again that has to intersect at that particular point. This is inner diameter of the LV winding. Just project that one 500 mm. Enter. The line will be automatically drawn there. Just observe. Okay. This is the inner diameter of LV winding I have projected. And next, similarly, you should project outer diameter of LV winding. So 500 mm. Enter. Escape. Okay, that has connected there. And next, take the line. Project inner diameter of LV winding, HV winding, 500 mm. Enter. Approximate values I'm going to take because that has to cut these lines. Then later on I'm going to trim that one. And next, outer diameter of HV winding, 500 mm. Enter. Escape. Let's see. All the lines are intersected there. Now, what we need to do? We need to trim the unwanted lines. Right click, trim unwanted lines which are not needed there. Here also, you can trim the lines. These lines also not needed. Okay. Among these, top 5 mm and bottom 5 mm will be taken for insulation in the winding. So from the line, we just project bottom 5 mm, enter, and then draw the cross line there in order to show the insulation. In the bottom side also we need to do in window of the transformer, the 5 mm top side and bottom side 5 mm, that is used for insulation. Enter. Now we can show the, okay, once again select the trim option and remove those lines. Right click. Okay, now we need to add that LV winding and HV winding and trim the unwanted lines. Now I will show how to do the hatch for insulation. Just select hatch and you are just add pick points. Okay, you can do it in both by selecting. So now I am going to select add pick points. Okay, what are the closed path will be there, that will be selected. In the top also we can just select add path, right click, enter. Now here we can do the for solid insulation. Yes, so solid insulation. Okay, and now the solid insulation has been done. Now we can do it for LV winding. Let's see here. It's an LV winding. So now go for edge, escape, go for edge, add pick point. It is not possible. So now go for edge, select the objects. Here I'm going to select the objects. Inner layer of LV winding. This is the outer layer of the LV winding. Okay. Right click, enter. Now solid will be there. Here we should change that one. Hatch, gradients. Okay. Here we can change that hatch. Okay. Okay. We can now we can change the dimension also by double clicking there. Here we can reduce that one. Other one is there, that is enough. Let's similarly do it for HU winding. Go for H, select the objects and center, right click, enter. Now change the design for HU winding. Okay, bricks. Okay, I'm selecting this one. Okay, okay, okay. I think it will resemble same. So I will change that H option. H. Instead of this, I will select this one. Okay. So this is HV winding. Just change that one by layers. Otherwise, you just once again select the H, add pick points, add the lines, right click, enter, and we can change that one. Okay. Okay, this one is HV winding. Only half section of the limb. See what are the winding we are going to observe. It's an half section of the limb. Half section of the limb. If you want to write the full section of a single core, we need to do the mirror option here. So now how to do the mirror option? That will be the question. So here exactly from the center, draw one line in order to show, in order to do the mirror option that has to intersect there. Enter. Okay. Now select this component. Okay. Both the lines are selected. You just select these lines. Okay. Just go it for mirror option. Okay. I am selecting at the center point. Just do it for mirror option. Click and enter. See, now the full sectional view of one limb is completed. Next we need to project this for another core also. Now for that we should do the copy and paste option. So for that once again I'm going to try the line. I'm going to draw the line that has to intersect at that particular point. Enter. Enter. Escape. Okay. Next, do the copy option. Okay. Just take the copy option, select that point, and from that point I'm going to project that one. Enter. Escape. Let's see. Now everything is completed. Now we need to remove the unwanted lines. For that, select trim. Escape. Select trim option. Select the lines. Right click and trim the lines which are not required. Just trim those lines. Okay. Escape. Just select that one and delete those lines. Here also. Delete the lines. And we need to do the trim option. Select the lines. Right click and do the trim option. Escape. Now delete the lines. Let's see. And we don't need these lines also. So here we need to do the trim option. Right click, trim the lines. Escape. Trim the lines. Okay. See, it's completes plan. This is the plan, and this is the elevation. Now we need to show the dimension also. Now how to show the dimension? I clearly shown that one. Just go for dimension. Just go for diameter, and we can show every diameters. This is a diameter of circle semicircle. We can increase that one also. Increase the font size also. So go for that. And similarly, dimension, diameter, inner layer, and similarly once again diameter, outer layer of LV winding, dimension, diameter, inner layer of HV winding, dimension, diameter, outer layer of HV winding. Enter. If you want to increase the font size, just click there, escape, click there, select, and increase the font size. Okay, this way we need to show the dimension of every variables. Next, here we need to show the total width of the transformer. How to show? Just go for dimension, linear. Here only at the top only we can show, otherwise we can show it in bottom. So I'm going to show it in top. Okay, this is the width of the transformer. So we can increase that font size also. So I'm increasing that one to 5. Enter. Okay, 215 width. See in the problem how much they are given. Let's see. I not took that one. Okay, at the time of drawing, I not took width of the magnetic frame 250 mm. I'm just taking the dimension of the core and taken the distance between two circle semicircle, automatically doing everything exactly width of the transformer it is showing 215 mm. So by neglecting some dimension, we can also draw the diagrams. Here even they are given 215 mm here. I not took that dimension at the time of drawing, and by based on the distance between circle semicircle and width of the core, the exactly width of the transformer we got 215 mm. Similarly, you should draw it for height of the transformer, linear, select there. Okay, this will give the height of the transformer. How much? 350 mm exactly. We are going to get. We can increase the 25 font size, 350 mm we are going to get. Next, we need to show height of the yoke. Take the dimension linear. We can show height of the yoke from this point to this point. That will show height of the yoke escape. This will be the height of the yoke. We need to show. Just see 65 mm will be the height of the yoke. Okay. And similarly, we can show it in bottom side also. This will be the height of the yoke. We can project and we can show it. By showing this one, your marks will goes on increases. Okay, you need to show everything. Now we should draw width of the window. How to draw the width of? How to show the width of the window? That will be the question. Okay, from this point. Okay, from this point to this point, that will be the width of the window. Okay, here we are going to get width of the window. Now we need to show height of the core. Okay, just right there. Okay, here only I will show dimension linear from this point, and from this point we can show height of the core. This will be the height of the core. 220 mm will be the height of the core. They are not given in the problem. By exercising all the data for drawing, we are going to get this value. Right click there, increase that font size to 5 mm. Enter. Okay. Let's see everything I shown. These are the dimensions. We can show it in dotted line also. Okay, by selecting the dimension, linear or quick dimension, we can show it in dotted line also. We can do that one also. Otherwise, if you want to give any color, we can show that one also. Clearly, just observe here. The direction symbol will be there. Okay, now it's completes plan and front elevation of the transformer. Okay, it has completed the plan and front elevation of the transformer. Now we need to draw the end view. Now what view? It is a plan. By seeing from the top, we are going to observe the plan. By seeing from the front, we are going to observe the front elevation. Now we need to draw it for what? Now we need to draw it for end view. So from side view, how it will looks, that is very important. Now for that, what we need to take? What we need to do here, we should observe the width. So here you should take this width. Here it is the case of square core. So the width of the core is also equal to, sorry, depth of the yoke, sorry, depth of the core is also equal to width of the core. Okay, depth of the core is also equal to width of the core for the case of square core. For it is the case of for it is the case of two step or three step. Three step at that time, the total depth of the last step will be the equal to depth of the core. Now just observe now how to draw the end view. That will be the question. Here I not written any bolts. Okay, here I not written any bolts, but we can show those bolts here. Okay, I'm not showing there. We can also show those bolts at the center points of the transformers. Okay, forget about that. Just I am going to show the end view. Just observe now what to do, how to do for end view. So for that, take lines from the transformer, project that one, enter, and similarly take lines from the bottom, project that one, and enter. Okay, enter. From here we are going to get that end view. So that means I'm going to see from this, I'm going to see the transformer from this direction. So this winding is a circular shape. What the front view we are going to get, the diameter will be the width of the core, sorry, width of the winding. What the outer diameter of the HP winding we are going to see, that will be the outer diameter of the winding. That outer diameter winding will be the width of the winding. See, if I see from the front view, I am not going to observe the circular shape. I am just going to observe the width of that winding. So this point to this point, that will be the width of the winding. Even though I see in this direction, same width I am going to see. Now here, what we need to do, it is what we need to do. We just project. What is the width we are getting here? The width is how much? 55 mm. So 55 mm you should take, and from here also we should draw one line. Okay, enter, and from here also we should draw one line. Later on I'm going to delete those lines. Enter. Next, draw one line, straight line that has to intersect that line. See, enter. Next, we should draw this core in the end view. It is a square core, so width of the core and depth of the core both are same. For the case of square core, width of the core and depth of the core are same. So what's the width of the core they are observing here? 55 mm. Exactly half of 55 mm is what? The half of 55 mm is 27.5. So from this point I'm going to draw the line 27.5. Enter. Okay, that is intersecting there. I'm going to cross that line at the bottom. Okay, later on I'm going to delete. Okay, enter. And similarly from this point, once again 27.5, enter. That is intersecting there. This will be the depth of the core we are going to observe, and just select the trim option and delete unwanted lines. Select that one, enter. Just click on unwanted lines. Okay, that should be there. Enter. Okay, enter. See, this will be the width of the core we are going to observe. Next, we need to fix this winding. Okay, what is the depth of this winding we are going to observe? Just observe. What is the depth we are going to observe? The same diameter will be the total depth of the winding we are going to observe in end view. For that, you should know this distance. What the distance? For that, we can go for dimension. Otherwise, we can copy and paste this winding there. Okay, winding there, but we need to show that one in closed path. So for that, I'm going to observe the dimension from this point to this point, just observe. Later on we can delete that one. What are the dimension we are going to get? 132.99. That is an exact, that is not the exact dimension. Okay, that is not the exact dimension. Otherwise we can take it for outer diameter. Okay, we can take the outer diameter of HP winding. Where is that? Here we are observing outer diameter, the sorry, external diameter of HV winding is how much? 135 mm. So that will be the width we are going to observe in the end view. From the center point, you should take half of that one. This is the center point we took. Take the line. Here we can project that width of the winding. That is one. The external diameter of HV winding is 135. So exactly half of 135 is how much? 67.50. So draw the line of 67.50. Enter. Somewhat here we are going to get. Okay, project the line. Enter. And similarly, escape. Similarly, we can project that line from this point. Enter. Escape. And take the line. And from this center point, once again draw the line of 67.50. Enter. Somewhat here we are going to get. Just cross the line. Enter. Sorry. 67.50. Enter. Just cross the line. Enter. Now just trim the lines which are not needed. Those, just trim those lines. Okay, enter. Delete. Delete. Okay, this is the end view we are going to observe. Now we can delete this line also. We can now reproject those lines. Enter. Okay, just see. This is the end view or side view we are going to observe. This will be the core we are going to observe. This is the winding we are going to observe. If you want, we can hatch. Okay, we should hatch a point, select point, right click and hatch. Otherwise, we can do the solid hatch. Solid hatch. Okay. Okay. See, this is the end view we are going to observe. Whether it is a two steps, okay, whether it is a two step in the front elevation also we can show the two steps. In end elevation also we can show that two step. It's a square step code, so the end elevation will be like this. Okay, for drawing all these three we are going to get 50 marks. Sometimes they're not giving the end view, they are just asking people to write the plan and front elevation. At that time marks will be divided into 25 plus 25. Suppose if they are given this one end view, at that time the plan is 20 marks, elevation is 20 marks, or 10 marks is front elevation is 20 marks, and elevation end elevation will be given for 10 marks, totally 50 marks. Okay, this is the problem. From next class I will explain one more problem with three phase. Okay, one more problem based on three phase core type transformer.